Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today, I'm going to be showing you quite a large haul that I picked up from Vinted. I'm going to try and go through it as quickly as I can because this is my third video that I've recorded today. I've been away with work, and my microphone has decided that it doesn't have a lot of battery, and I can't connect it and use it at the same time, and I really want to try and get this done. So I'm trying to build up my TBR. Not many people are, but I am. Especially with authors that I've not read before, or authors that I've not read a lot from, because I want to have a variety. I want to be able to just go to my bookshelves and be able to pick up a book because I fancy it that day. And at the minute, I just don't have enough to do that. And as much as I enjoy the library, and I will go to the library, um, I find that the library where I am is not huge, so there's not a massive selection. And if I order something, by the time it comes in, sometimes I'm like past the point of wanting that. I'm very much a mood reader. If at that particular moment I fancy a really lightweight romance, I want to be able to just pick one up and read it. And I can't do that with my own physical TBR. So I've been scouring Vinted for lots of cheaper books, and I've started heading out to like charity shops and things as well. And I found a seller who had got quite a few bundles, and they were like bundles of, I don't know, 4 or 5 books in like a particular genre, um, and they were only a few pounds each. So I ended up picking up a few of them. I think they also had bundle discounts on. I can't remember. I picked up a few of them. In the end, I ended up with, I think it's 35 different books, lots of different authors, mainly like romance and a few crime thriller ones. And including my buyer fees and my postage packaging, it came in to less than £17. So it worked out less than 50p a book, which I thought was pretty good. Most of these are either authors I don't know, or they're authors that I've either never read before, or I've only read maybe one or two of their books. So I was really excited to get hold of this. I'm just going to grab them out. What I have noticed is some of them are part of series, and they're like maybe the second or third one in. So I'm going to have to do a bit more research on some of them, I think, but that's okay. I don't mind doing that. So let's get started. And I do have a cold. I'm determined to get better, but I apologise. So the first one is this one. It is Fever of the Bone by Val McDermid. I do already have a book. I don't think I've read it though. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure it's part of a series, the one that I've got. This is also part of a series, I think. This creator of TV's Wire in the Blood, but that's not the one that I've got upstairs. So yeah, we'll see. I've not tried her books yet. The next one is The Key to My Heart by Leah Lewis. Not a clue. Um, Can you ever move on from the love of your life? I have read the blurb of this and it does sound really good, but I've never tried any of her books, so we'll give that one a go. Again, another author that I've not heard of, Rachel Hoare, The Hidden Years. This one actually does sound really good. I do actually really want to read this one. This one might be one that gets put on my like quite high up on my TBR. Two women's stories collide in a tale of secrets, loss, and betrayal. It's 1966, and Belle Johnson abandons her studies to follow her new boyfriend, Gray, to Silverwood, home to an artistic community on the Cornish coast. Why does the name Silverwood sound so familiar? And who is Imogen Lockhart, the young nurse who arrived at that very house in 1939 at the outbreak of war, whose story Belle will uncover all these years later. As the summer months unfold, Belle begins to learn the truth about hidden secrets from the past and about the person she wants to be. So it does sound really good. It's definitely a me style book. So can't wait to get into that one. The next one, and again, I don't know what it is about books set in like Cornwall or like anywhere villagey, seasidey. I can't get enough of them. I absolutely love them. This is the Cornish Cream Tea Holiday by Cressida McLaughlin. I have heard of this author. I'm not sure if I've read any of her books. They're definitely books I look at quite a lot because not only are they like for this one, it's set in Cornwall, which I love. It's the style of um book covers as well that I really like. So can't wait to get into that one. Then I did look at this because I thought this looked quite good, but I think it's actually the second in a series. This is A Pen Dipped in Poison by J.M. Hall. But there's also one called A Spoonful of Murder, which I don't have, and I've got a feeling that is the first one in this series. It's a um like crime thriller style book, which is what I want. Signed, sealed, dead. So yeah, no idea, never read them, but it just looks good. These are all falling over. Ian Rankin. I've got quite a few Ian Rankin books. I don't have this one. This is Exit Music. I don't think I've read any of his others. I have them. This is it's an Inspector Rebus novel, number 17. Uh, I've got a feeling that the others I've got are these Inspector Rebus novels, but they're ones I've had for years, and I mean years, and they've just ended up on my shelf. Just let me see if there's a list in here. Uh, there is a list in here, but I couldn't for the life. Oh no, other novels, Watchmen. I think that's one I've got. I can't remember. They're on my shelf that's in the dining room. That's like my old TBR. So again, I'll have to look into seeing about that one because number 17 is quite far in. So I don't know when that will go on my TBR, to be honest. Um, this is the Cozy Travelling Christmas Shop. This year she brings the Mistletoe by Lilac Mills. This is going to be perfect for Christmas, so I'm going to probably put this away until like November, December time. I love a good like Christmassy novel. Though I so for me, winter Christmas my favorite time of year. I am prone sometimes in the summer if I'm feeling like I need a hit of the Christmas that I will pick up a book, but this is probably going to go more towards the end of the year, if I'm honest. Never heard of that. Well, no, I think I might have heard the author, but I've not read any of her books. Um, then we have a D.I. Ridpath crime thriller. This is Where the Dead Fall by M.J. Lee, an unputdownable crime thriller. Not a clue. However, if it's part of a collection, I'm going to have a look and see where in that it goes. There are some of these, like thriller collections, like with any other collection, where they can be read as standalone and it's absolutely fine. I read a Jeffrey Archer book, and I think there's another one in here. Um, I can't remember what series it was. I picked up a bundle from the library last year, and it was I think it was like a celebrity bundle, and there was a book from Jeffrey Archer. There was a book by um, Celia Imrie and the Thursday Murder Club. And that was why I picked the bundle up because I really wanted to read the Thursday Murder Club, and I couldn't get it on its own. It wasn't available, but if I picked up the bundle, it was. And I thought, oh, well, I've got the books, I might as well read them. And it ended up being that this Jeffrey Archer one was like the fourth in a series, but I didn't realise till I was a little bit into it. And I was able to read it and totally understood. There was just like a little bit of backstory that I wasn't 100% on. Um, but I could read it. So there's every possibility that like this one could be read, and even the Rebus one might be able to be read. But I'd have to look. I guess sometimes that's why I quite like more of the like romancy type ones because I can just read them as standalones, which is what I enjoy. Um, then we have one. Again, we're back to Cornwall. This is Spring on the Little Cornish Isles by Philippa Ashley. I have read Philippa Ashley's books. I haven't read this one. And they're actually on the back here. So I have read the Cornish Cafe series. There was 3 books in that one. Confetti at the Cornish Cafe, Summer at the Cornish Cafe, and I think the other one was something like The Wedding at the Cornish Cafe or something. I really liked them. I read them back to back, really enjoyed them, borrowed them from the library. So I'm quite happy heading back to Cornwall with a Philippa Ashley book because I quite like her writing style. Then we're back to crime, I believe. This is The Russian by Ben Coles. This is a Rob Tacoma thriller. Again, I need to see if this is the first in a series or not. It does say brutal thriller from the master of the genre, perfect for fans of Lee Child and James Deegan. We'll see. They're more of a when I fancy it. Then this is going to go away for Christmas time, though it's not my usual Christmas read. This is Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. This is definitely a crime. It is set at Christmas, so, I think that's going to have to go on my Christmas TBR. Normally, I tend to go for more of the nice, pretty little Christmas romances, but yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to broaden my horizons, so let's get going with that one. My apologies. This next one is a Tom Thorne thriller by Mark Billingham. This is Lifeless. I think I might have this. I have a massive collection of Mark Billingham, and I haven't read a single one of them. I think Lifeless is one of them that I already have, that I believe is upstairs. Yes, I'm sure I've got this. I know I've got like Sleepyhead and Lazy Bones and Buried and Death Message and Bloodline. I have a feeling that Lifeless is one of the ones I've got. So I will have a look. And if I have already got that one, this will probably end up just going back on Vinted in another bundle. It's always the risk that you take when you're buying bundles that you might have some that you've already got. At which point I keep the ones that I haven't got. I keep the ones that I want to keep that I know I'm going to read. And if there's any that I don't think I'm going to read or any duplicates, I'll just put them back on and just put them, back out for sale. Again, I only charge what I paid. So if I paid £1 a book, I just put them on for £1 a book. There's no point me keeping books that I don't need. And if somebody else can give them a home, I might as well do that. So yeah, I've got a feeling I've got that one. This next one, this is Lisa Gardner. This is Never Tell. If one death's an accident, can two be murder? I have heard of Lisa Gardner. I haven't read any of her books. I have no idea if this is part of a series or not. Let me know in the comments down below. I will do more. I will do more investigating. Because I do think that these are worth looking into. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, I've just knocked my box. There isn't many more crime and thrillers, to be fair. Most of the ones that are left, I think I've got 3. No, 2. And then the rest are romance. So this one makes me happy. This is Dark Game by Rachel Lynch. Not a clue. However, it does say D.I. Kelly Porter Book 1. When the stakes are high, deadly prices are paid. It's book 1. I can get into it. I can read it and see if I like it and then decide if I buy any more. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, it's going to go on my TBR. I'm a mood reader, so I do find it very difficult to be able to say I will read this then. Because I may put even like when I'm doing this is what I plan to read for the month. That's what I fancy at the time. Sometimes I get into those books and I'm just not feeling it and I have to swap it out. So it will go on my TBR, but when, I'm not sure. Next one, Ruth Jones, Never Greener. Not read any of her books before. Absolutely love her on telly. But I haven't tried any of her books, so really excited to try that one. But on the chunky side, I do quite like a chunky book. But let me know in the comments, have you read any of the Ruth Jones books? Because it does look good. Then we have another Christmassy one. This is Driving Home for Christmas by Emma Hannigan. Never heard of her, I'm afraid. It is a nice cover. It is probably one that, like, if I went into the works, I would look at and pick up, I must admit. I just can't say that I've really seen anything from her. It looks like she's got another one, The Heart of Winter, which is a very similar looking book. And again, would be one that I picked up. My microphone is flashing at me, so I better get going a bit quicker. Then we have another Christmas one. This is A Winter Wonderland by Isla Gordon. Again, not heard of anything from her, though it does look like she's got two more on the back, A Season in the Snow and The Wedding Pact. Again, my type of cover, so we'll give those a go. Then we have a Jeffrey Archer book. I've read one of his, really enjoyed it. This one is Turn a Blind Eye. It's not one that I've read before. William Warwick, this is one of his books. What did I read? I read the fourth one. Dead something. Detective murder. I'm not sure where in the thing this comes. This is possibly the third one because the fourth one's not listed on here. I read the fourth one, so it looks like this is the third. So I'm going backwards, but that's okay. Then I've got a Jill Mansell book. There's quite a few Jill Mansells in here. This first one is 3 Amazing Things About You. I've heard of Jill Mansell. I don't think I've read any of her books, but I've got a good number of them in here to get going with. I've just found 2 more crime thrillers. Let's get rid of these first. So we have Jeffrey Deaver, The Bone Collector, plus exclusive first chapter from Garden of Beasts. Looks upside down. Not a clue. It says it was only 99p to begin with, so bargain. And then I have another Ian Rankin, The Complaints. Don't think this is one I've got. Then back to the more pretty romance. Another Jill Mansell. This is Nadia Knows Best. Relationship problems, life in a mess, not to worry. Give them a go. The next one, Summer at the Chateau by Jennifer Bonnet. Never heard of her before. Really nice cover. Get that on my TBR. Then we have another Christmas one. This is The Magic of Christmas by Trisha Ashley. I like Trisha Ashley books. Really happy to get going with that one. Put that in my Christmas TBR. Then we have Summer in Provence by Lucy Coleman. Again, don't know anything about the author. Looks really nice. I'm going to put that away for summertime. I think that'll be a really nice read, provided I like her writing style. Then we have a Debbie McComber. This is Summer Brides. Must admit, really like Debbie McComber's writing. I've read a few of her books. She's definitely a go-to author that I will search for because I just really enjoy them. Oh, have I got enough time? Then we have A Week in Winter by Maeve Binchy. Again, I think I've read maybe 1 or 2 of her books. Not a huge amount, but I do find that I enjoy them. It's my type of front cover as well, so happy with that. Speeding. Together by Christmas by Karen Swan. Don't know the author. Really nice looking front cover. Again, it looks like she's got quite a few Christmas ones out. That's going to go into my Christmas TBR list. Oh, God. That was flying away. We have The Summer That Changed Us by Kathy Bramley. Really like Kathy Bramley's style. Have read her books before, so that's going to go into my summer pile. As you can see, very mood related. We have The Cozy Seaside Chocolate Shop by Caroline Roberts. Not heard of her before, but I do like the idea of the book. So, again, we'll give that one a go. I feel like that's quite summery, so it'll probably be put away for more of summer months. Just for Christmas by Scarlett Bailey. Dogs, Family, True Love. These are some things that aren't just for Christmas. So, again, into that Christmas pile it goes. Scarlett Bailey. I've not read anything else. If you know of any of these authors that I'm saying, I have no idea who they are, and you can recommend some books, please hit me up in those comments down below. Not that I need any more, but you know. Then we have Summer at Rose Island. Feel the sunshine on your face and fall in love by Holly Martin. Again, it's not one I'm familiar with, but we'll give them a go. It's the beauty of getting these sort of mixed boxes, isn't it? Then we have Summer at Rachel's Pudding Pantry by Caroline Roberts. think I've seen a Caroline. We've said a Caroline Roberts, haven't we? Um, Again, summertime, really nice front cover. Definitely one that I would look at if I was in the library or bookshop. Just two more before my mic dies. We have a Lucy Diamond, The Best Days of Our Lives. This is a duplicate. I have the hardback. I'm 99% sure of it. So this will probably get put away and be put back onto Vinted. But out of 35 books, I've got uh possibly, definitely one, possibly two. That's not bad for 35 books. And then the last one is another Jill Mansell. Rules are made to be broken when you're playing mixed doubles. So again, I've heard of Jill Mansell, but I've not actually read any of her books. So I've now got three to give them a go. Um, we'll see how they go. And that's it for this really big haul. I think that's a really good price. I'm happy with £17 for 35 books. I just need to find a home for them now. And I think that's going to be even bigger challenge than anything else. Um, Thank you so much for joining me here today. I better jump off before my mic gives up, and before my nose gives up at this rate, if I'm honest. I need to find homes for all of these beautiful books. As I say, if you are familiar with any of these and can recommend any books by them, or if you can recommend any other authors that maybe seem to fit the style of reading that these books fall into, please do let me know in those comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and please feel free to share. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy your reading. Bye for now.